All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in this video, we're gonna see if we can get this car to hook up. I reduced the tire pressure down to 18 PSI. A couple Hellcats at this gas station. I'm not too sure what they're doing, but I need to test the car out before I go out and have some fun. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. I'm gonna do a test hit. These cars nice. Hell yeah. Damn, that hoe chopping. I'm gonna do a test hit in second gear to see if we can hook. If not, then I might try to go ahead and draggy like a 100 to 150 just so I can get an idea, because if it doesn't hook on 18 PSI, these tires are completely chopped. So we gonna find out. I'm gonna do a test hit though in second, because it's actually warmer. It's about like 1,000 DA and it's like 70 degrees outside. So we are literally testing the car out 600 DA higher and about 6-7 degrees warmer than previous, which does make a difference. And make sure I'm in the right mode. Turn off advanced track, because I'm definitely gonna need that. Alright. Now, I'll hit you guys up when we kind of get closer to Mexico, because I'm gonna do my little test hit in this little area. And then, if it doesn't hook, I'll try the 100 to 150, but obviously I need to be in my spot to do that, just so I get an idea on where this car should be at if we're to get traction. But I think with some Mickey Thompsons, instead of these Nitto R2s, we should be good to go.
A few moments later.
Alright, so the spot that I was gonna do the second gear test hit is completely popped because it's full of water. Water's everywhere for whatever reason. So we're gonna try this 100 to 150. I believe I have to leave third gear at 75 mile an hour. That's what I believe. I'm hoping I'm gonna have the space to do it. I'm not gonna hit it under the bridge, don't worry. Alright, so I miscalculated. It actually ended at 143 mile an hour. I guess I'm gonna have to leave at 80, which is insane, because I literally thought I was gonna be able to hit 150 leaving at 75, because I left at like 70, 75. Like, you know what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and actually put the digital speedometer up just so I can make sure that I'm leaving at the right speed, because that felt really good. Like, that felt really good, but it hit 150. I don't know what it's gonna run 100 to 150. This is the first time that I'm actually ever trying to do a 100 to 150 run, because with the Shelby GT350, yes, it revs to 8,300, but this is a 373 rear gear car, so I can't hit like 150 in fourth. With a 28-inch tall tire, ironically, I think I will be able to hit 150 in fourth, but right now, like, my fourth gear is done at like 140-ish mile an hour, which I thought leaving at 75 would get me to the 150. I guess not though, but that did feel real nice. That did feel real nice, because I looked at the time, I was like, there's no way that was possible, because it said like 11 seconds. I was like, fuck that, that's not possible. But that's because, you know, I was already going at 60 for like however long, and then I hit it. But, you know, that felt real good. The real funny thing is, the car literally went faster than the 2024 did. Hovering at like, you know, 70 mile an hour for however long. Oh my goodness. Like, I literally could give that car like 4 or 5 cars and go, and then take off in this car and pass it like to 130, which is kind of insane when you think about it. It didn't hit 150, unfortunately, but basic math, it just kind of dawned on me right now. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning right now. There's no way it's gonna hit 150 in 4th gear, duh. But it is way quicker up top than compared to 93, same boost level. Obviously, E85 is gonna be, you know, doing its magic, but it's quick up top, it's quick. I'm gonna try to go ahead and see if I can get it to hook in 2nd gear. I'm gonna go to a different spot to see if it can hook. If it does, cool. If not, you know, oh well. But we'll see. We'll see if it hooks. I don't think it's going to. So I'm gonna just do like a test hit in an area. If it doesn't hook, oh well. I'll drag it in a different area. Because I don't want to go drag the car in that same area I was at. I just did 2 pulls roaring down the highway. So, you know what I'm saying, that spot's that's kind of done for tonight. But I do want to go ahead and see if it can hook up 2nd gear, because that's really what I want to do tonight. But my other spot was burned out because of the rain. But I think I don't know. This car is making some power. It's making some power, y'all. It is making some power, y'all. Cause it moves up top. Cause like even the 60 to 130 time, even though I wasn't tracking that, cause it was already at 130. I mean, I'm literally sitting there at like, you know, 70 mile an hour for like 5-6 seconds or something like that, and the time is like still like not bad. Like the car is literally running faster than the 2024. You know, just like literally just running the clock and then going. Like it's kind of putting in perspective how quick this shit is.
A few moments later.
Incredibly sketch. It was too bumpy. I don't know if it's gonna show on camera, but that was pretty bad. And on top of that, like I tried to time it perfectly and leave it like 59, but it actually started at 60 before I actually went ahead and hit it, so the time got messed up. But it is what it is. The car is quicker for sure. Bro, that road is fucking terrible. Like it was like I was literally bumping like it was bumpy as I didn't really realize how bad that road was. So I've never done a hit in drag mode, and I know for a fact that also was slowing down the time, because the car was literally going up and down. Like Jesus, that's so bad. All right, so if it doesn't hook 2nd here, I mean, I've done what, 3 hits. These tires are warmed up. If it doesn't hook 2nd now, it's never gonna hook 2nd with these tires. Now I'm on 18 PSI. So I'm gonna get to a little straightaway. drop it to second. I'm just gonna hit it at like 57 mile an hour. Obviously doing 60 rolls is what matters. But I'm gonna hit it at 57 mile an hour, and we're gonna see exactly, you know, what we can do. But I hope it hooks, man. Fuck no, it ain't. Oh my god. Ooh. I had to let out. Fuck no. Fuck no, dude. I had to let out. Ooh. Fuck no. I don't know if that picked up on camera, but whew, no. This car is a completely, I'm telling y'all right now, third gear is not an accurate representation in a Shelby GT350 whatsoever, because it's not in power, it's lugging. It's literally lugging in third gear. But it's not, bro, it's spinning worse. Because that was the first time I actually kind of hit it at like 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like pretty much roll race speed 60. Because obviously when you're dragging it, you're going to be doing it at a lower speed. RPMs be lower. Dude, oh my God, I got to get Mickey Thompson's. I got to get Mickey Thompson's. This car is not hooking. It's straight dangerous. All right, pulled over at a gas station, let the car cool off a little bit. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This car is quick. Quick, way faster than it was on 93. Obviously these Nitto R2s, the car is dirty, I do apologize, I'm getting it detailed on Monday, but these Nitto R2s, they are not cutting it, y'all. So if you have a Shelby GT350 and you're thinking about getting the Nitto R2s, think again, because they are not hooking up. High 700, low 800 wheel horsepower. Now I know some people are gonna say, man, you need to get suspension, you need to get Kel-Trax. Yes, that's true, but I know plenty of people that have like S550s, right, that are just on a tire and they're able to hook. So why is my car spinning? Obviously, you know, with the Shelby GT350s, we have the diff cooler back there, you have the trans cooler and whatnot. A lot of additional weight kind of spread out, but I feel like it shouldn't be spinning the way it is. Yes, it is on 18s, and that's probably the problem. In all reality, if this car had, you know, some TBMs in the back, aerospace in the back, as on a 17, we wouldn't have any problems. It probably would be hooking and booking. So definitely gonna have to switch over to some Mickey Thompson's. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and get another set of 305 4018 ET Street SS's. Because I really don't want to go to a 29-inch tire. I think that would actually do more harm than good. 28-inch tall, this is a 27.6, so we're going to go up to a 28-inch tall tire. The RPMs are probably going to drop by like 100 or 200. Should honestly help us out, theoretically. And then we should be able to hit 150 in fourth. So the top end shouldn't grease, theoretically. But, you know, that's what testing is for. Because if I would have took this car out to a roll night, the way it is right now, I mean, I would have got embarrassed, no cap. So that's why you got to test. You just can't, you know, do changes and then go out there and race. You got to test it, because this is no joke. You know what I'm saying? The way it's spinning right now, you guys are seeing it on camera. I hope it's actually picking up the severity. The car is spinning into the other lane, and obviously, you know, 2-lane toll roads, you know, you can't be having that happen, man. You can't you can't be having that happen. So hope y'all understand. Again, buyer beware. If you have R2s on your Shelby GT350 and you're thinking about turning up your power, I mean, 700 horsepower, they hook. You know what I'm saying? This car makes at least 750. It's not hooking, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Damn, my car dirty. Peace.